This is a podcast, not a news broadcast. We will report situations that are currently out and available for public access. No one on this platform is claiming to be a journalist. We are a group of individuals giving our opinion. Enjoy the show.
All right.
Homesick Podcast.
Oh, you went with that one.
Huh?
You went with that one.
Yeah.
This is Homesick Podcast.
Yes, it is. Welcome, everyone. I realize I haven't been saying that in the episodes. This is episode 11.
It's crazy.
Yeah. We made it to 11. It may not seem like a big deal to anybody else, but it is a big deal to us.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to get into the intro. Welcome to Homesick Podcast. I'm Miz.
And I'm Liz.
I want to thank everyone for listening to our little podcast, and I want to give a rest in peace to Ruby Perez and the 112 people that are now confirmed dead and 155 injured from DR's nightclub roof collapse tragedy. This info was released by DR's Director of Emergency Operations. I watched the video, and it was crazy. They was having a regular live performance. Everybody was having a good time. Out of nowhere, the ceiling just came in.
Wow. I have not heard of that, but that's really sad.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I just want to acknowledge that
Yes,
before the start of the episode. Yes. Minecraft, shockingly, is opening week. Did $301 million.
Wow.
Never played the game. I don't know anything about Minecraft.
Yeah.
But it's a big deal.
G did. He seemed to like it. I don't know. I don't
know anything about it.
I just remember he gave me a tour of his house back when he created one on there. But I don't know.
Did you ever play the game?
No. I just watched him play it. Him and his friends.
Girls, anyone of y'all play Minecraft? None of y'all? Oh, okay.
I hear there's chaos in the movie theater with it. Like kids are about to be banned from seeing it by themselves.
Okay.
I don't know. They're like throwing stuff at the screen. I don't know the reason though. I'm not sure. Maybe if someone knows, they can let us know because I don't know.
Throwing stuff at the screen?
Yeah, like food. I don't know. They're just trashing the movie theater.
That's crazy that movie brings that type of violence to it.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure. Not sure, but I heard it's good.
I did see the one video where kids were escorted out of the movie theater because they
probably
were
for trashing the movie theater.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I guess that keeps it relevant, makes it a good movie, I guess.
Probably.
My question today for you now, sweetheart, it stems from a situation. All right, the question is this: do you think women stay in unhappy marriages because they think they can't do better? My question comes from, it was a Philly woman who got the courage to divorce her husband after she spent $11,000 on a nose job. Claims it was the push she needed to leave him.
So she left because she felt confident, I guess.
She had confidence, yeah.
That's kind of fucked up.
You think it's fucked up?
Yeah, that's really fucked up because you weren't happy, and then it took... I'm sure he supported getting the nose job, and then here you left him right after. That's really fucked up.
But is it fucked up if she was truly unhappy in that relationship?
No, but if you're unhappy, then leave. Like, that's not fair. You literally wasted that man's years or months, whatever it is. You wasted his time.
You think it's that? Or she could have been in an actual abusive relationship?
Well, they didn't mention abuse.
No, but if you... Okay.
If it's abuse, obviously, then no, you still shouldn't stick around.
Why I took it as a case of abuse is due to the fact that she got confidence and left. So that means she always wanted to leave, and I guess he kept her at bay. So I think maybe she could have been in a controlling situation where the man was being manipulative.
Could have been.
A mental abuse.
And I'm not trying to downplay it. I know in a really abusive relationship, it's not easy to leave. I'm not saying it's easy to leave. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like, good for you for leaving if it genuinely was like that type of relationship. But overall, it shouldn't take a nose job to leave someone. The confidence. I get being comfortable in a relationship. Then it's the fear of the unknown leaving someone, I guess.
I think it's bigger than the nose job. I think it's the confidence she felt from the nose job. Like she felt now that she was good enough.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at it.
That's a different way to look at it. I understand.
All right. Oh, talk of the town.
All right. So, a married Illinois special education teacher has been charged with sexual abuse after being accused of assaulting a 15-year-old student. Her name is Christina Formella. She was taken into custody after a teenage boy and his mother visited a police station in Downers Grove, which is a Chicago suburb, to report that the child had been sexually abused. This is according to police. Formella was the boy's tutor and soccer coach. Police claim that the alleged abuse began in December 2023 when Formella was then 28. She was alone in the Downers Grove South High School classroom to tutor the boy, then 15, before school started. The boy's mother found the text messages on her son's cell phone between the teen and Formella, where they detailed their alleged sexual relationship. Police confronted her with the alleged text messages that were found, to which she responded by claiming the victim had taken her phone in class, sent the messages to himself, and then deleted them on her phone while saving them on his for blackmail. The petition alleges that Formella later denied to detectives that she ever had sex with the victim, claiming everybody comes after her because she's good looking, and she is just a good person who cared too much about the victim. Some of the text messages were, "I love you so much, baby. Even though this morning was short, it was perfect." Another text stated, "I love having sex with you." Formella was arrested during a traffic stop on March 16th. Following her arrest, police searched her phone and found an alleged memoir that was written in her notes app. She allegedly wrote that the victim cheated on her and called him disgusting, apparently referencing the end of their alleged relationship. She allegedly wrote, "We will never, ever be together again. I'm not a second choice. I'm the best thing you'll ever have, even with all of my mistakes." In another section in the notes app titled Manifestations, Formella allegedly wrote that she expected the victim to reach out soon to try to fix things between us. "In the meantime, I'm going to live my best life, knowing he's not the person I thought he was, and that he is beneath me." Formella has been charged with 1 count of aggravated criminal sexual abuse, 1 count of criminal sexual assault, and 1 count of aggravated criminal sexual abuse, and is now on paid administrative leave from the school. The teacher was released after her first court appearance under the conditions that she not have any contact with anyone under 18. She was also forbidden entry to the high school. I'm not sure if she retained a lawyer. I wasn't able to find any of that. But I do know her next court appearance is April 14th. So I will definitely follow this and update whatever comes from that. I do have another one. I normally don't do more than one, but I do. I just found a lot of juicy ones this week.
Okay.
So my next one is about a North Carolina man that was charged with murdering his mother and teenage brother just 6 days after being released from prison on March 25th.
Okay. I've seen that. I've seen that in the news. That's fucking crazy. But go ahead.
I know, it's nuts. So his name is Deron Jenkins. He's 25. He walked free after serving more than 5 years for stealing guns and burglarizing vehicles. His mom, her name is Dana Jenkins, she wrote on Facebook, "My baby is home, thank the Lord. Lord, I thank you." That's what she wrote. But Jenkins was swiftly back behind bars, charged with first-degree murder for his mom and his 15-year-old brother. His name was Darren Cox. They were found dead in their home in Wilson, which is about 40 miles east of Raleigh. That was on Monday, March 31st. Authorities have not said how the two died or given us a motive. But Deron Jenkins was arrested and booked in Wilson County Jail without bond. He made his initial court appearance on Tuesday, April 1st. I'm not too sure if he entered, what type of plea he entered, and I don't know also if he retained a lawyer. I wasn't able to find that.
Wow. So
Nuts.
I didn't know all of that. So the mom was excited that she made a big deal on social media saying that her son is coming home, bragged about it, and he came home and then turned around and killed
Thank
her
the Lord
and the brother
for her son coming home. Yeah, and he killed her.
What was the reason?
I have no idea. I don't know if it was like a mental health.
It sounds like a
like
mental thing that was going on with him.
It's just crazy. He was 25.
Right.
Granted, you served 5 years, but you still are young. You could live your life. That's so sad. And then to take your brother with you and your mother, that's absolutely crazy. Like, to take them out. Now you're in jail again. Probably for the rest of your life.
Ain't probably. That's 2 murder counts. He's never coming out of jail.
Sometimes, I don't know what these juries are thinking when they give these rulings.
The most he could do is plead insanity and then end up in a psychiatric place. But that's still for the rest of your life.
Right.
It doesn't, I don't know how to even attack that because obviously the child had issues, is why he was in and out of jail most of his life. But you had the support.
Right.
It seemed like that was a supportive mom. It seemed like the brother was, you know what I mean? I don't get what could have drove you. There's nothing after being 5 years. Was it 5 years he was away?
Yeah.
After being 5 years away, what made you come out now? And that what they could have possibly done to make you say like, yeah, this is it. I can't deal with it. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know either. Maybe he just liked Joe.
No.
Maybe the food was good.
Well, he gonna get what he looking for, because obviously doing shit like that, you can't come back from that. That's
Yeah,
fucking
I'm not
crazy.
sure. It is pretty crazy. You want another one? I have another one.
It's your world. Do what you want.
All right. So this one I just seen, and I thought it was definitely traumatizing. All right. So there was a funeral that was in Philadelphia, and the platform gave way when the pallbearers were lowering the casket. So it sent the deceased man's family members into the grave alongside his casket. So it says the incident occurred during the burial service for Benjamin Avils. I'm sorry, I don't mean to mispronounce the name. He passed away in late March. As pallbearers began lowering the casket into the ground, the supporting platform suddenly collapsed, dragging the casket and several mourners into the open grave. In the chaos, Avils' son became trapped beneath the casket. His face was pressed in the mud as he laid pinned under its weight. Multiple pallbearers sustained injuries, including trauma to their legs, hands, and backs. How traumatizing and sad is that?
What do you mean it was on a platform? I
You
know
know
when
how
you
around
lower
the-
down a casket, but what do you mean they were on a platform?
So there's a video on, you can probably look it up on X or YouTube. There's around the grave, so they have the grave, the hole, and they have like a wood platform around it, so that way it supports everyone that's around. When they put
This is at the cemetery?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it usually has like a rug on it in a sense, so it looks presentable.
Okay.
So that is what they stood on to put it over the hole, and it collapsed.
That gave way.
Yeah, it's really a traumatizing video to watch.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
I gotta look at that.
it's so sad. That's crazy, but thankfully, they
Nobody
sustained
died, right?
injuries. No, no one died,
Okay.
but they sustained injuries. But yeah,
Huh.
no, it's
That is crazy.
yeah. So rest in peace to Benjamin for sure.
Yeah. Condolences to the family, and one sad incident turned into a worse scenario. I guess that's
Yeah.
You don't even think of shit like that to ever occur. That's wild.
No, I don't know if it was just too many people on it. I really don't know the reasoning for it giving out.
I've never even heard of that. So I'm shocked by the whole thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. I think I did too much for the day. I'll let you take over with your
That's all you got for
entertainment.
talking to town?
Yeah, I mean, I gave a lot. Next episode will be pretty the crazy one. Can't wait to discuss that one.
All right. Moving on to entertainment news. Carrie Hilson is back in the news. She was on the Breakfast Club. Being on the Breakfast Club, she revealed that she was forced to record her diss song directed at Beyonce. First of all, I didn't even know she made a diss track.
Yeah, I've heard of it. It was a big deal when she did it, but what do you mean forced?
So where Carrie claims that it was a regret of hers and she never wrote the words. The song comes from the song comes from Paula the Don, her producer and manager at the time, wanting her to record a remix to her 2003 track "Turning Me On." I remember that song.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was even a remix.
Yeah.
Carrie also goes on and mentions that Polo had a writer in their camp write Carrie's verse. It mentions that Carrie didn't approve of the lyrics of the verse and tried to write her own version. Long story short, she didn't agree to doing it. So
Wow.
with that, now she was basically forced, and it was speculation. So they basically hit her with, if you don't do this, it's like a or else kind of situation. So that's why she ended up doing it. But she claims she never really did it. And throughout the interview, she tried to protect who the ghostwriter was. But eventually the ghostwriter itself came out and said who it was. It was Esther Dean.
Yeah, that's shocking.
You know who Esther Dean is?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
had
in
a couple
those
of songs by herself.
And she did all those acapella movies. What was that? Pitch Perfect. She did all those movies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was in that movie. So she turned out to be the ghostwriter. And I re-listened to the so-called diss track to Beyonce. It was pretty weak.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why, and I know they had problems. I was always hearing that chatter and stuff like that they had issues behind
That's
the
what they
scenes.
say. They probably
Because
did.
Carrie Hilson was a writer, songwriter. So I think she wrote a few songs for Beyonce and stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess there was some type of miscommunication between the two.
I
and there was
doubt that
issues.
even. I don't even think there was a miscommunication. I think it was just to get her out there, not by her team. Probably like to make drama, just to get her. You know how they do that when like an album's coming out, then they'll say something controversial just to get you to like look into it, listen to the album type of thing. Maybe that's what happened there. What could she have beef with Beyonce for?
It could be for any reason. It doesn't necessarily. It could be for anything. It could be for something minor. It could be for the song she wrote. Maybe she didn't sing the song how she wrote it. It could be anything. I don't know.
I just hate to see women going at each other. I guess that's why I'm trying to defend it.
Well, that's been going on for centuries.
I know.
So. All right. Moving on. Further news. TikTok is in danger once again. But Trump is here to the rescue. He tweeted, "My administration has been working very hard on a deal to save TikTok, and we have made tremendous progress. The deal requires more work to ensure all necessary approvals are signed, which is why I'm signing an executive order to keep TikTok up and running for additional 75 days. We hope to continue working in good faith with China, who I understand are not happy about our reciprocal tariffs. Sorry, thank you. Necessary to fair and balanced trade between China and the U.S. This proves that tariffs are the most powerful economic tool and very important to our national security. We do not want TikTok to go dark. We're looking forward to working with TikTok and China to close the deal." And then I'm hearing now that China is not cooperating.
No. Well, he raised the tariff and then he raised it again. As of right now, it's 125%. It's just.
And I heard China on there and is trying to raise it too.
Well, they did.
To like 80-something%.
He countered it and then China raised it and now he's hitting them back with 125%. I don't know if they'll ever make a deal if these tariffs keep changing and it keeps going up. It seems like by the hour at this point. It's kind of. I mean, I understand why the tariffs are there because every other country is charging us. I get that from what I've seen on the news. I don't know. I'm not going to speak on something I really don't know 100% of. So that's just crazy. I hope it works out because I like TikTok. I'm a big fan.
You and a million other people that depend on TikTok.
Yes.
Quick question for you. Name the top 5 best slappers.
What?
Top 5 best slappers that slap the shit out of somebody. I'm gonna tell you right now. Dylon is because he spit hot fire.
I mean, I'm so confused because I don't even know what
Dylon from Making the Band was arrested for slapping a man. You don't remember Dylon?
No.
The West Indian dude from Making the Band. The one they made fun of on Chappelle's show. It was a big deal. He claimed Chappelle ruined his career from doing that. How you don't know who Dylon is?
Sorry, I'm out of the whole
All right.
loop.
Well, Dylon from Making the Band was arrested for slapping a man. He got into a fight at work where surveillance footage shows him slapping a co-worker twice. The arrest warrant stated that Dylon willfully struck a man named Paul Joseph Galulula, twice in the face upon open hand. They charged him with simple assault and a misdemeanor. Dylon posted a $500 bond and was released on the same day. He's due in court on July 1st. How you don't know who Dylon is?
I don't know who that is, but
you remember Making the Band?
Didn't he see how that worked out for Will Smith? Why did he think that will work out at his job?
Well, the irony is that you were on Making the Band and now you're doing a regular 9 to 5.
Well, of course, because you can't
expect
all of them to made it.
But if you made the group because of your talent, so you're still talented because even though the band is not together, you're still talented. Why is it that you're not going out there?
But maybe he is. Maybe it's just not paying off. Maybe he can't find work. Maybe
I know at one point he blamed Chappelle for that.
Well, probably. It sounds like he may have had a role in it.
If anything, it shined light on him.
Well, yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
It gave him a lane he could have traveled, but he obviously didn't capitalize on it. So so Dylon is due in court on July 1st. We'll see what happened with that. And if there's anything, it might just come and go pretty much. More news. Russell Brand. You know Russell Brand?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Russell Brand was charged with 1 count of rape 1 count of indecent assault, 1 count of oral rape, and 2 counts of sexual assault, according to London Metropolitan Police Service. The alleged incident date back as far as 1999. Detectives began investigating the comedian after a series of allegations were made against him in 2023. He's not in police custody, but is to appear in court May 2nd to face charges. He claims all encounters was consensual.
I'm not going to speak on it until we know for a fact what went on with that. But what I will say is, I never knew that. What was that? Where did that take place?
I don't know.
Charges. Was it England?
He got
charged.
London? Yeah, London went after him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know London, there is no statute of limitations. So it doesn't matter if it happened 30 years ago. You can still press charges against someone in that country.
Really?
Yeah, I never knew that.
I didn't know that either.
I do know he had a history of like drugs, and he had like issues with addiction. So I don't know. And he did acknowledge that. He got help. He has a wife and kids now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too sure. I don't know.
Well, who's going to come out and say they actually did the rape?
We'll see how it comes. What comes from that?
Like, all that sounds right. All that sounds good and thing. But who has ever been accused of rape said, yeah, I did it?
Well, of course. I understand that. That's why I said I'm not speaking on it. I don't know if it's
we just
true
have to
or
wait
not.
to see how it unfolds.
Yeah. She might come out with proof, or they might come out with proof. I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
All right. More news. High profile lawyer Joe Tacopina. Is that his name? I hope I'm saying it right. The guy that represented A$AP Rocky.
Oh, okay.
He confirms that he's going to represent Wendy Williams in her ongoing guardianship battle.
Oh, thank God.
So
that's an awesome win.
It seemed like it's making headway.
Yeah.
And something positive has to come from it.
Yes.
So with him on it, I mean, granted, he got the shine. That doesn't mean he's no Robert Kardashian. You know what I mean? Like, he's not gonna go out there and do miracles.
He
but
fought like
he
hell
did fought for A$AP. He did. So hopefully he'll fight just as hard or better.
Yeah.
With Wendy Williams, because she needs to get out of that guardianship.
He challenged everything they said when it came to A$AP Rocky's trial. So I am so happy for Wendy. That's awesome.
Great. That is great. Yeah. I hope that works out.
I hope so,
He said he's working with a team of lawyers, so hopefully they come up with something and at least get her life back on track so she could do what she loves best.
Good for her. That's awesome.
More news. My man Terrence Howard, man. Terrence Howard talks about his encounter with Diddy on a podcast, Patrick Bet David PD podcast. Claims Diddy asked him for acting lessons. When he met up with Diddy, he had no material to work on and just stared at him. He also asked him to play music just to stare at him again. States that Diddy wanted to hang out again and asked his assistant, why does he want to hang out again? And his assistant replied, I think that man's trying to fuck you.
Wow. Why did he wait until just now to come out?
You know, everybody's doing this twist now. Everybody's doing that now, pretty much with the whole...
Yeah.
Let's tell our story now.
I mean, that's odd. What a weird fetish. Come over and teach me to act. But
the key point in this, there's no proof that he did do that. Not saying I'm sticking up for Diddy or nothing like that, but if you listen to what's said, it's an assumption that he wants to fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand why. You tell me you want me to teach you some acting lessons. All right, man, what's going on? You come with nothing. You just in there standing in my eyes.
Yeah.
So you coming off like how a guy would try to seduce a woman. I don't know.
I don't know how Diddy rolls. Those Diddy parties seem pretty crazy.
Diddy rolls.
I just heard, I don't know if this is part of your entertainment news, so I apologize in advance. But I just heard that Cassie is going to testify at the trial.
Nah, I don't have that written down. But I did hear that story, yeah.
She's using her
real
legit name too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, good. I'm so proud of her because that's a big...
I mean, how is she going to go underneath another name?
No, but what I'm saying, well, she could just go under Cassie like she goes by in Celebrity World.
But is this new charges from her? Or is it from the videotape that she's charging?
It's from everything. She's going to testify, but that takes a lot of balls because you're face-to-face with your abuser. You figure you left him and thought that chapter was behind you, and now you're face-to-face. But it's good for her because it's like, fuck you. She gets the final say in a sense.
I got a question with that. Now, it's all things he done to Cassie, right? Isn't she afraid that certain things may come up where she was willfully doing something also? You get what I'm saying?
If she was afraid, I don't think she would go as far as she's going.
Mm.
I don't think she has anything to hide.
No, I'm not saying she got anything to hide. I'm just saying that in all these cases, is actually she was with him for a very long time, so she's seen a lot.
But
She
you don't
experienced a
know-
lot.
But in the same breath, and I'm not saying he did this because I don't know, but in the same breath, he may have been like using leverage. Like, you leave me, your career's done. You do this. Like,
Well,
I
definitely believe that.
I don't think she wanted to stay, but maybe for her career, she felt she needed to stay, and that's why she dealt with it for so long. But I don't know. I mean, we won't know until the trial if she was actually involved. I don't think she would be, because why would you put yourself in this if you were involved? I don't think she is. That's a good question. We'll see.
Yeah, I was thinking about that at one point. I was like, I understand the one thing that she got, that the behind the scene thing that she got the money for, which was I think was the video is what she got paid off for. Was that what she got paid for? I don't know if it was a video. She just said, like, I don't even want to misquote it. I don't remember exactly how she said it. But yeah, she pretty much came to him and said, like, I don't know, deal with it now or it's gonna go public.
Yeah, and then she wanted to go in
Yeah,
public because it didn't work out.
Okay.
It says in the law, the original, it was November 2023. They reached an 8-figure settlement in a lawsuit where Ventura accused Combs of rape, sex trafficking, and physical abuse. Okay. So I guess that was behind the scenes, and then he didn't do nothing, so now it's out. And then everyone came out. All the other accusers.
The floodgates open.
Yeah.
We gotta see how that turns out, and when does that trial actually even start?
That's a good question. I really am not sure of that.
Because he's been in jail for a minute now.
I don't even know. Oh, its trial is tentatively set to start on May 12th.
Oh, soon.
Wow.
Right,
next month. That's crazy.
I got one more piece of information. I don't know who really gives a fuck about this, because I myself haven't seen this. The new Naked Gun movie, the reboot.
You haven't even seen the originals.
I haven't watched any.
I'm gonna make you watch them. We're gonna watch it together, okay?
All right. Well,
I sit through some of your crazy stuff that I'm like, I don't even know. All my
shit was classics and it was phenomenal shit. But within this reboot,
you had cricket noises.
Within this reboot, Liam Neeson is set to be in this movie, and the movie is set to release August 1st of 2025. The trailer's been released, and the version is about the next generation of police squad cops who are the children of the Naked Gun OG cast. God. Liam's character is the son of Leslie Nielsen.
Oh my
Lieutenant Frank Draben. What's coming off as shade. Oh, that was the twist to this. That's why I reported. There was some shade is how they deal with OJ's offspring character. Everybody else is getting love in this movie, and in the trailer, OJ character Detective Nordberg, his son. And in the scene they're showing in the trailer, everyone is crying. Like there's a wall of all the old characters, and all the kids are crying, missing their parents. And then when they pan over to OJ's son, he's just in there shaking his head in disgust.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I don't know if it's a stab at OJ, but I'm like, damn, he dead. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to do him like that. So
oh my gosh.
That's what I seen that popped up somewhere. Like somebody was concerned if that's what they're trying to do. So yeah. I guess it's controversial with coming out with the movie is to get people in the seats. Yeah,
probably. But it's going to be funny. I know it. It's going to be like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, because
the trailer seems
he was a mess of a cop. It was really funny.
Can't wait to see how that turns out.
Yeah.
All right. Now my favorite part. Sick of this shit. Ladies first.
Ooh, I have 2 again this week. I don't know why I keep finding more, but I think I'm gonna get shit for this one. But my sick of this shit for the week is when your DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever delivery food service comes and it smells like cigarettes, and then the food, I swear, tastes like cigarettes. It's absolutely disgusting. It doesn't happen often, so I'm not shitting on anyone. But the other day we ordered, and my gosh, you open the bag and I swear smoke came out. It was horrible. It was just gross. I don't know. That's my sick of the shit.
Okay. My sick of this shit this week is when stores only accept cash.
Oh, that is true.
I hate that shit. And it's always, well, where I go, I like to go to the not chain restaurants and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
like the mom and pops.
Yeah, so then when you walk in and in the areas I go to get food, you walking through and the ATM is always by the front door. So you got to walk back to the front door to get cash out.
Which charges like $20 in
Right.
fees.
Yeah, I don't understand at this point in time
Yes.
how the hell is stores not taking credit cards now?
Especially with digital
You got
currency.
Apple. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand that shit. Get with the fucking times, because that shit is an inconvenience to me. Because I'm coming in there ready to put money down. Like if you're a business, you should be taking cash, card, everything at this point.
They probably don't want to pay the fee that comes with.
Well, stop being stupid, because that's stupid.
Yeah,
because then I could get mad and leave.
Right.
Sometimes I do, because I'm like, I don't trust your ATM.
Yeah.
I don't trust none of them shit, especially when they trying to hit you with the surcharge and all that type of shit. Yeah, I'm good. If it's not a bank that I'm familiar with, it's just and it's always some random weird shit that I've never heard of.
A bank you never heard of.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm sick of that shit.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, on to our main topic. Our topic today is I can change him narrative. Does it only apply to women, or are men guilty of it also?
I definitely think men do it too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it, like for instance, they feel they can upgrade the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some breakdowns of the overall narrative of the idea, be it man or woman. It's really it's a really common relationship trap where someone believes that with enough love, support, or effort, they can fix things. They don't like or help their partner become someone different, more communicative, more ambitious, less emotional, distant, etc. Then they have the tricky part is this mindset often starts from a good place, caring, hope, or even love, but it can turn into frustration, resentment, or imbalance, especially if one person is putting in all the work and the other isn't even trying to grow or change.
Right.
Then I have, at its core, it usually reflects a lack of acceptance, loving who someone could be, not who they actually are right now.
Right. So you're meeting them.
Right.
Not
and then you're trying to change them.
Changing everything about them.
So they may have a quality that you do like, and then you're like, all right, I could build off this. Only if they did this, they'd be perfect and shit like that. Where we both know there's no such thing as perfect.
No, there's no such thing as perfect. But then on top of that, maybe that's not the person for you. Like,
Correct.
That's not fair to the person.
No.
They're changing everything.
You're requiring a little too much maintenance. And with staying on line of the topic itself, I do believe men do try to change women. Yeah. It's the same concept. I don't think it's just women that do that thing. There's men that I even experienced myself, depending on the girl's background, be hoe or whatever she's known around town. Yeah. That's what you hear the statement, you be trying to wife a hoe.
That's what I was just thinking, the people that think they can get the other person to settle down.
Right. It's just it goes in that category too, because you're now trying to get a woman that pretty much is comfortable with just being out there, doing her thing, living pretty much as a man in a sense. She's doing what everyone accuses men of doing. She's out there and she don't look at it as being a hoe.
Right.
She look at it as she's just living her life. Yeah. So here you come now, and you're saying, nah, I'm gonna make you an honest woman and stuff like that. But you don't know if that's her mindset. Right. So now you're trying to change this person to do something. She's gonna constantly disappoint you.
I know.
Because she's gonna be herself.
Right. And then you get mad at that she showed you who she was in the beginning, and you didn't believe her, and then you're mad at the end.
And it's the same thing with women.
Yes. I do agree.
You know what I mean? Because that bad boy shit is only good for so long. When you're trying to commit and have a relationship, and you're trying to grow and have a real committed thing, all right, you're gonna get a real 9 to 5. You're gonna do, you know what I'm saying?
That's sexy in the beginning, right? But it's not paying the bills.
That's what I'm saying. It goes back into a way back conversation we had. You got to require that man has to want to change. Yeah. You keep trying to change him, as it's gonna force resentment, hate. And it's not even going to go from where you want. And then you're going to constantly be apologizing. Yeah. So it's not worth it.
I don't know why. I feel like I just think we're just prone to liking bad boys. Like, even in the movies and TV shows and stuff like that, like, you naturally, like, oh my God, the bad, like Good Girls, for example. That is my show, and the girls were just watching it.
Oh,
That's
with
what
the
made me
three
think of
women.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, good show if you haven't watched it. Although it was canceled, but it's still good to watch. But even him, like he's the bad guy, but he's still like the sexiest guy on the show. Like I don't know why. It's like a bad programming.
You know he was
It
in
sucks.
Empire, not Empire, Power. The very first scene, he dies.
Oh yeah,
He
that's
got shot in the
right.
head. Ghost shot him in the head.
I remember.
Yeah, that
I didn't know
character.
that was him at the time, but when we watched Good Girls, I realized it. Yeah.
Shit, speaking of shows,
Oh my gosh.
Gross Point.
Which we need to watch. There's a new one out.
Episode today. Y'all need to tune in and
Oh
check
my
that out.
gosh.
It's actually interesting. It took a little bit for me to actually stay up and watch it. We kept turning it on and falling asleep.
Yeah, the first episode, because I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Gross Point Garden Club?
Something like that.
Something like that. What is it on?
Peacock.
Yeah. Oh my God. If you have not watched it, watch it. And if you have watched it, tell us what you think, because it's amazing. And for guys and girls.
Yeah.
It's not one better for the other. It's really good.
And anyone that liked How to Get Away with Murder, the one girl is in it. I don't know her name.
She's so pretty.
Yeah, the one black girl.
Yeah.
She's in it.
She's like the main character.
She's one of it's a whole crew. Yeah, she's one of the main characters. It's a good show. I would recommend it. We like it so far.
Yeah.
Seems good. We tune in. We just happened to I wasn't busy.
Yeah, we missed it. It comes out on Mondays.
Yeah.
We missed it for this week.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
But to get back on track with the main topic at hand, so to answer the question, yes, I do believe men can be guilty of this shit too. It's not just I don't believe it just falls on women. Men can definitely fall into that. And the solution to the problem is no one's perfect.
No, not at all.
You can't create the perfect woman or the perfect man.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
God made us with imperfections. Everybody has something to them that the next person may not like, or you know what I mean. So there's always someone for everyone. So
right.
There it is.
Yeah, I do pros and cons.
Yes,
that's a real deal. Honestly,
it's a real deal. I believe in that shit.
Me too.
You got anything else on the topic?
Well, I was gonna say, I can fix her past if they've been through a lot or an abusive relationship and all that, and then you're trying to show her that not all men are the same.
Nah, that healing gotta come from within.
I know that's really traumatizing. It's hard. They have to get over it themselves. Unfortunately,
somebody tried to hook me up with a girl that had trauma.
Really?
When I was young, 15.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend because I wasn't transferred out of schools. I was told that I can't come back, so I had to go to other schools. Jesus. So I was transferred to another school, but I kept in contact with some friends, and the one guy knew a girl, just broke up with the guy. I'm thinking, all right, boom, I'm rebound or whatever. I take my spot. I was never ashamed of that. So we start talking, and the whole time she's just venting about this dude and the shit he did to her. I'm like, yeah, it's fucked up. Anyway, how about that? Yo, every chance she got, and then she started comparing me to him. She started saying little things I did reminding her of him. So it's like you're already lost out the gate.
Yeah.
So in that, what you're saying, yeah, you're gonna lose anybody that's dealing with that trauma. You gotta climb out that hole by. I could assist you. I could give an arm and a hand and tell you to climb up, but that shit right there, that's all within.
I was that girl at one point. When me and you broke up, I was that girl. And I remember I tried to move on because I was so mad. I just wanted to get back at you. Because we weren't together, I wanted to make you jealous. It's so toxic. But I did. And I just couldn't. I couldn't. I was hurt. I was very hurt. And then I noticed I was bringing you up. I think even the guy said something. And I was like, yeah, it's not fair to you. I'm done. But it was weird because he didn't want to be done. I don't know. And I'm like, I'm not even ready for this.
Maybe you wanted us both.
I don't know. I was like, I'm sorry for wasting your time. But yeah, no, he tried.
It wasn't wasting the time. It was an effort on your behalf. Because we did break up. We had problems.
But it's not fair to move on if you're still hurt or traumatized. That's not going to...
You mean it's not fair to bring somebody in?
Yeah, to move on that fast if you're not over it. If I was over it, I wouldn't have cared. But it's not fair to carry that baggage onto another relationship.
No, because then that's a burden to somebody else, and they trying to meet you clean slate.
Yeah, and then that's how you're going in the relationship, and then it's unfortunate, it's sad, but it worked out because we got back together, and obviously we're here now. So
yeah,
It was just,
Yeah, to see it wasn't perfect.
No.
It definitely takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to touch on?
Not on that topic, but remember how for the last segment for Bring It Back Home, we have that thing on all the social medias and all that where you can submit like anonymous question stories. So we actually did get one. We haven't had one. That's why we switched it last week with the random questions.
The debate, yeah.
Yeah. So this week, all right. So it says, I ended a long-term relationship because my partner was emotionally manipulative. But now I feel guilty for leaving them when they needed help. I have been second-guessing my decision, even though I know it was the right choice for my mental health.
He won. You left him because he was manipulating you. He manipulated you again. Like, that motherfucker's a genius.
Oh my god.
He won.
Yeah, that's not a good, that's toxic.
He basically won.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Wow.
He did exactly what you said he did the first time.
He's still
and now you feel guilty for leaving him.
Yeah, you're right. Don't feel guilty, girl. Move on.
Yeah. You answered your own question. that motherfucker's toxic. Stay away from him. That is a bad decision right there. I said
girl. It could have been a guy. Whoever. Just, move
True,
on.
yeah.
Live
guy, girl, stay the fuck away from that person. That person is bad news.
They're still manipulating you, and don't feel bad. Fuck them. There's a reason you left them.
They are winning. Yeah. They are still winning.
Nah. Move on.
Yeah. Some people are real good at making you feel bad for them. So, like, it's crazy. Like, they just put their problems on you and you take it upon yourself now to make it yours.
Yeah, story of my life.
There's a lot of people out there in the world.
Yes.
I ain't do that to you.
No, not you. Okay. I'm talking about family.
Oh, yeah.
It's so annoying.
Right.
I'm like their fucking diary. It's annoying. Keep your shit to yourself at this point. I got my own shit to carry.
Yeah. That shit is not cool to do to a person.
No.
And it shows the type of person you are that you even inflict that. It shows that you lack something in you.
Yes.
That that you constantly need that to be reprimanded in a sense, like, oh, you're a good person. Like, you need to hear that. It. Yeah, you need to be valid. That's what I meant to say. Or use the wrong word. But it's crazy that I don't know. I don't get what makes a person get to that point. Or it got to stem from childhood. I would think mommy didn't give you enough attention or some shit like that, so you crave it from other people.
I'm not sure.
Or you know what I mean, or you just always felt that you came second to somebody else. So now you want to be the main priority?
Well, that is not a sign of love.
No, that's not love. No. That's just somebody going through the motions and they trying to put their shit on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely see if you see any signs of that shit, run.
Yes.
It'll age you too.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay the fuck away from that shit.
Yep. I tell my kids all the time, go with your gut. It's the only thing that will never lie to you. Mm-hmm. So truthfully, I would go with you left because your gut most likely told you to. Go with that. Mm-hmm. Don't stay. That's crazy.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we helped.
I hope so too. And thank you for sending that in. I was so excited when it came in my email.
Right.
So thank you. And anyone else who has questions, stories, it could be anything. We want to hear it. We'll discuss it. Anything you want us to bring up. If you want your name mentioned, by all means, put it there.
Yeah. You want to, first in the comments to say anything, say homesick first in the comments. Yeah. And we'll give you a shout out next episode.
Yes. We're up to 51 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes, and
so thank you guys.
It sounds like nothing to some, but it's a big deal to us. We appreciate it.
It's such a big deal because it can be so discouraging because then we're like, are people even watching? Is this doing something? And then every time we get one, I get so excited. You guys don't even understand. So
we very much appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in and even taking the time to watch and listen to the shit we're saying.
Yes.
You got anything else, sweetheart? No?
No.
So you ready to buy out?
Sure. We got to go watch our show.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. We want to thank everyone for listening and tuning in. God bless, and we'll talk later.
See you.
Homesick Podcast.
Oh my God.